I'm here sitting next to the world's premier female VJ, Psyberpixie. Psyberpixie, thanks for coming on.
Hello.
As a person who's never seen a Psyberpixie performance, can you tell me a little bit about what your show is like?
Well, it's definitely a mix of everything you could imagine, everything under the sun. A high-tech, organic, futuristic, technologic mix of pretty much everything under the stars.
So where do you get your inspiration for different acts? Do you dig from a library? How do you work?
Well, first, I tend to work with the artists I get booked with, so sometimes they send me a playlist, or sometimes they just give me free form just to go ahead and just start drawing inspiration from their live music, their mixes. It's intensive, you know, I just draw inspiration from everyday life and obviously from the music that I'm going to be performing with.
So Pixie, tell me what you think the hardest music to create content for is.
Well, I will go by BPMs. Anything that's 180 BPMs plus is difficult, like jungle drum and bass. That's sometimes a little bit difficult, but you just go with it.
Right on. Do you get the content specifically from an artist, or do you create a lot of custom content on the fly for you?
Sometimes they send in content that they want me to mix with, and sometimes I have to create from scratch. So it's just what I have to draw from music that I'll be working with.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer mixing something that's already been provided, or do you enjoy coming up with the content on your own?
Definitely the free form is the most fun. Live elements, live jams.
Pixie, you've played at both big clubs and at large music festivals. How do the two compare for you?
Well, I would say definitely the crowd, the people, they emit a certain energy. So in a smaller room versus a large festival, it's just a difference of just the atmosphere, what they create. It's all about the audience, the response that you get from the crowd.
Oh, right on. So taking a building on from that, how do you work with the lighting designs for these festivals or these clubs into making a cohesive performance?
Well, that is kind of tricky sometimes because a lot of my shows are on the fly, so I don't get a chance to actually pre-program lights with the light technicians. But I definitely always try to go ahead and have a few chat with them before the show. I like to talk to them before the show and just ask them just to definitely be on the same page with me, to at least to break down with me, like take turns breaking down. Don't go so hard on the strobes, and don't wash out my screen. That's like a big no-no. Don't wash out the screen.
So tell me about the software that you use to run your larger scale shows.
I'm using Archaos, Resolume, and MadMapper. Archaos is definitely by far my favorite. They're one of my main sponsors.
So tell me, what's been one of your favorite highlights of your career so far?
Well, I would say definitely one of my latest ones is working with Tommy Lee on his 360 drum ride for his drum solo. It was for the Kiss Motley Crue 2012 tour, and I did the visuals for his drum solo, and it was just crazy because he went around the world, so a lot of people saw the visual show.
Tell me a little bit about how visual mixing has changed in the 10 years you've been doing this.
Well, I would say more ease and control. We've had so many new apps, programs, MIDI controllers, MIDI devices. Just so much technology has definitely changed a lot in the last 10 years. So that's made it easier for a lot of people to explore new opportunities. Before, people would have to travel with towers and Amiga computers and, you know, tape decks and all sorts of things, you know, and now it's just all compressed in a little laptop.
The old school days. Yeah. Well, where do you see being an expert in the field now? Where do you see it going in the next 10 years?
Well, I would love to see holographic, immersive environments, more visual interaction with the crowd, and just definitely more of an immersive environment. I would like to see visuals everywhere, sort of like a bubble, a dome. People walk in and you just can't run away from it. It's everywhere.
So what do you like best about this business?
Definitely the surprise gigs, not knowing where or with whom I'm going to be playing next. That's what really keeps you on your toes, and it's really exciting not knowing where I'll be.
Is there any parting words for the audience?
Thank you so much, and thank you, CHAUVET Professional, for inviting me to your incredible showroom. It was really a delight, and it was so much fun to see all your new stuff. I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you very much.